Now, if you've been around my channel a while, you know I mostly talk about budget mountain bikes. But every now and then, I like to tell you about a great deal that you could get for a high performance bike. And this is one of those deals. I don't know why I haven't seen anybody talking about this bike. I was just searching around on the internet, looking at bikes, and I come across this all new Specialized Status 2. I think it's been out for a while, but I'm just now seeing it. And I cannot believe I don't see more videos on this bike. What you get for the price, in my opinion, is way better than what you can get for all these other new bikes coming out. And no shade against them. I'm just always looking for the value for the customer. And I think this is one of the best deals you can get out there for a full suspension mountain bike. I got it from Wheat Ridge Cyclery. Shout out to them for letting me take this bike out and check it out. I've been calling around everywhere. This was the only place I could find this bike. So if you want it, make sure you check out Wheat Ridge Cyclery. This is not sponsored. I'm just letting you know where this bike is if you want to buy it in Denver, Colorado. Now, I'm not gonna run over the specs and stuff like that. I'm not that kind of person. I just like to go off of feel, but I will talk about this suspension. This is full Marzocchi suspension, front and rear. Heard nothing but great things about it. 140 front, 140 rear. And it's got TRP brakes. Now, the last Specialized Status, the one that I owned, had SRAM brakes, and y'all all know how I feel about SRAM brakes. I'm not a fan of these SRAM brakes at all, so I would like to get these off at some point. So to see them have TRPs, I like that a lot. TRPs is my number 2 behind Shimano brakes. It's also running a full Shimano Deore drivetrain, which is awesome. I'm all about the Shimano drivetrain. Simple, easy, and it just always works. And speaking of Shimano, just to throw this in there and be fully transparent, me and Shimano, we're working together a little bit on some stuff. These are actually some Shimano shorts I got on, Shimano shoes, so they hooked it up for me. So I appreciate Shimano for valuing the content and giving us the opportunity to work together. I definitely want to thank Shimano for jumping on board and helping out the channel, because as you know, I don't do a lot of sponsor content. So the more support I can get from companies as far as gear or parts and stuff, it really helps the channel grow. I like to keep my content authentic and on my own terms. Now, I've been seeing a lot of new bikes coming out, and I haven't really been impressed, honestly. That's why I cannot believe nobody's talking about this for the money you spend on it. This is only $2,800, and if I could choose any bike right now, in my opinion, that's out, that I could buy out of a store, because I don't really shop for a lot of bikes online. I like to go into the store, get that whole experience, and be able to take it somewhere once I buy it if I have any issues. And that's just my personal preference. So if I was to go out and go to a store and buy a bike, this would be it, if it was a full suspension. I prefer hardtails, but everything nowadays is full suspension, and it seems like everybody is after the full suspension. So if I had to choose one, it would definitely be this Specialized Status 2. All right, let's take this on a quick spin real quick. I'm still so shocked that nobody talks about this bike. I've seen a few videos, but not enough videos that I feel this bike should get because of the value you get. Now, this front fork, it does feel a little heavy up front, like when I turn and stuff. I don't know if it's the bars or the fork, but it does feel like a little bit of weight up there, but it's smooth. Oh, you can't even feel that. That's ridiculous. I would definitely buy this bike again. I'm actually considering it. If I can maybe sell a couple bikes, I might actually consider buying this. Now, the first time I had the Specialized Status, I didn't really enjoy it as much because I do think it was too much suspension for me, but I didn't know at the time. when I first started mountain biking, I thought the more suspension you have, or the more travel you have, the better. And that's definitely not the case. I would prefer 140 over 170 all day. Now, if I only rode bike parks, then that would be different. But the way I ride, 140 is plenty. Yeah, you can't even feel that. Yeah, we might be going back to the Specialized status if I can afford it. Because $3,000 is still $3,000. But for the value you get in this bike, I think it's definitely worth it, in my opinion. Definitely worth it more than the other bikes I've been seeing. I haven't been really thrilled about anything that's come out lately except this bike, because of the value versus what you get. I do think Specialized really came out swinging with this bike. Now, it was listed at $3,500, but because of the way the industry is going, they had to knock that price down. And it went down to $3,029.99, and then now it's here at Wheat Ridge Cyclery for 28 something. And I think that's a hell of a deal if you ask me. But let me know what you think down below. I wish I could take it out on the trail, but unfortunately it don't work like that, which is what I talked about in one of my other videos. I was like, man, they need to have these situation where you can get a more trail feel on new bikes instead of having to ride it like I'm doing now. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it would definitely give the customer an easier decision whether they want to buy it or not. Let's go down these stairs again. I don't know if you can hear that popping noise. I don't know if it's a rock in the tire or something. It's kind of annoying, but it's something in the tire, I think. That's ridiculous for $2,800. Now, one thing is the weight. I'm not sure how much this bike weighs. I'll ask when I get back, or I'll try to put it up on the screen if I already found out. But the weight, these Specialized status, that's the one downside to them. They do weigh a lot. But for me, I don't look at bikes as being too heavy. I look at them as I need to get in better shape. So for what I see in this bike and what you would get for it, the weight is a non-factor in my opinion. But let me know what you think. I'm about to take this thing back. I'm about to consider buying this bike in the near future, hopefully, and see what happens, because I really like this color too. This chrome looking color, unfinished. It looks awesome. Yeah, but let me know what you think down below.